All right, here we are. Tom Dave's live. I'm excited. I've got a special guest today, Will McClure. Hey, Will, how are you doing today?
Good, Tom. How you doing?
Oh man, doing great. Excited for this interview. So, hey, let's just jump right in, Will. So, if you could tell our viewers just a little bit about yourself. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, born and raised in the Sacramento area, so I grew up in Folsom. Spent my life there. Went to high school there, middle school, elementary, the whole time. And then I actually stayed around after college for a bit, and then I went down and played football down at UCLA. Spent a few years down in LA, and I loved the weather and stuff like that. But some of the negatives about the LA is the traffic, obviously. But LA was a great experience as well. But my heart's been in Sacramento, so I came back and moved back to Folsom actually back in 2018, and has been
Nice.
around here ever since. So
Cool, man. So, what high school did you go to?
Folsom. So I went to Folsom
Okay.
High for all 4 years. Met some great mentors and friends and stuff like that while I was in high school, and have maintained a lot of those relationships since. And Folsom just has some great people that I've connected with over the years.
I love Folsom, man. It's a good school.
Mhm.
So, what sports did you play there?
I played three sports in high school, and then I stuck to baseball and football towards the end. Football I played throughout the whole time. Baseball I played my first couple years, but football was always kind of my passion. Um, a lot of people told me baseball was my best sport, but I just always had the love for football, so that's why I kind of stuck with football the whole time. So,
Man, that's nice. So, what's Folsom? Was it the Bulldogs? What's
Folsom, yep, Folsom
all right,
Bulldogs.
man? Folsom Bulldogs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great school. That's awesome. So, okay, so then you know what? Tell us a little bit about your work history and your employment. And then also, what inspired you to get into real estate? Tell us your real estate journey.
So in terms of working and stuff, I've always been someone that's liked to make money. I've always liked to stay busy and stuff like that. And so I actually started working when I was about 11 or 12, and I was umpiring baseball games. And so the thing that I kind of liked about that umpiring was that I chose my own schedule. I got to, pick which games I wanted to work throughout the week. You could do 7 a week, you could do 1 a week, whatever you wanted. And that's kind of really what super cool about that was just I could pick my own schedule. And so I've been someone that's always been super oriented in wanting to do what I want to do and work as hard as I want to do it stuff and have a flexible schedule and stuff like that. I've been in restaurants for the last couple years, and that was very good and taught me a lot. And I was on a main schedule then, and I was bartending, I was serving, I was managing, stuff like that. But I was just kind of more ready to get into a real career. And picking back to when I was umpiring baseball games, one of the things I liked most was the flexibility and the schedule. In a real estate, you kind of are flexible and you get to kind of be in the office for some time. You can go out and door knock. You can cold call. You can set appointments. You can do different things to where you're kind of always on the go. And that's kind of something that's really been super cool to start doing now that I've gotten into real estate.
Well, that's awesome. Well, that's almost like a perfect background. You started young with the discipline of working. You were in sports with the discipline of, you know, of hard work and work ethic, and then also the restaurant business. I think that's one of the best precursors for anyone really in life and in business. You just learn so much. You learn about the customer experience. You learn
Mm-hmm.
about serving others and helping. Real quick question: when you were umpiring, did any of the parents ever give you a hard time for making a
Um,
foul or a bad call?
Fortunately, I was pretty good at umpiring. But I mean, you're always going to get things, and yeah, yeah, you would always get people heckling and stuff here and there. And whether it was like me or my partner or whatever that was getting heckled, you would have to kind of, step in there and keep your composure, stuff like that. And you just kind of learn to deal with it. And it's kind of the same thing with any industry or whatever. You're
Yeah,
going to get people that are going to, they're not going to be the happiest. They're going to want you to do this or that or whatever. But you kind of learn to kind of like realize that that's going to happen regardless. So you try your best. But
Man, that's cool. And then, also, I know that you played college football at UCLA. You were a Bruin. So tell us a little bit about that. What was that like? What was your position, and what did you attribute attribute your success to play ball at the collegiate level? Man, that's awesome. That's tough.
yeah. That was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. My head coach at the time was Jim Mora. And he was just an awesome guy. He's a great leader, very knowledgeable. He treats everyone with great respect and just is an awesome stand-up guy. While I was down there, I did some receiver and I did special team stuff like that. Just being in that atmosphere was super, super cool. It just kind of is a different atmosphere that you don't really kind of get to experience ever. And I've never experienced it until I was there. But it's, you got your own facilities, you got your own workout equipment, you got your own field, you have your own personal space. You can have access to the facility anytime. It always has food. It always has waters. It had stuff to hydrate you, to protein shakes, anything you could think of was always in the facility, and you always had access to it. Cold tubs, hot tubs, anything you needed. So that kind of thing was just a super cool experience. And then obviously, Jim Morris spent many years in the NFL. So just kind of having a guy that had so much NFL experience, being able to just like spread his knowledge, and not only just about football, but just what it's going to be and what it's going to take to be successful in life, was something that I'll always cherish. So.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, and I know that the discipline that you learned through your life, and then through playing football at the collegiate level, that's definitely carried forward into real estate, man. You're like one of the first guys to come in, last guys to leave the office, to serve the clients, and just go above and beyond, go that extra yard to really make a difference, especially when you get in the red zone, man. Because when we're working with buyers or sellers, when we're in the red zone, we're almost to the goal, man. You just
got to finish
whatever it takes to make it happen, right?
Yep, you got to finish. You got to close it.
That's right. So, and I know you could have joined any team or any company. What inspired you to join the Tom Daves team and eXp Realty?
eXp, I did a lot of research into it, and eXp is a great organization to join. Obviously, the stock in eXp is one of the benefits and one of the things that makes eXp unique. The company itself just has a great training program. It's just a great overall fit for me and for many real estate agents that are aspiring and have goals that I have. So they're just a great company to work for. And then in terms of your team, the Tom Daves team, the greatest team in Sacramento. Does the most volume. You've been a great mentor. You've been someone that, helps me out. I came to your office yesterday and had a couple of questions about like CMAs and stuff like that. And you sat down, you explained things to me, you kind of taught me things, and just being able to come to you and having the accessibility, having you in the office all the time, and just being able to learn from the other agents that are in the office. Obviously the top producers and stuff like Jason, he's really helped me out as I've been getting going, and just having access to all the resources you provide for us. So it was kind of a no-brainer. As soon as I had the opportunity to work for you and XP, I just knew I had to jump at it.
Well, man, you've got all the attributes of a successful leader. You're hungry, humble, coachable, and you're smart. So super excited. So, hey, Will, if someone wants to reach out and get a hold of you, what's the best way to get in touch?
By phone number. I'll always have my phone on me, so you can call me at 916-204-8143. My email address, Will McClure, WILLMCCLURE 18@gmail.com, would be a great email address. Or if you want to find me on Instagram, that's a big platform I use. It's going to be my name, all lowercase, all one word. So Will McClure, and then 18.
Cool. Awesome, man. Hey, Will, thanks so much. Thanks, everyone, for joining in. If you have any questions, reach out to Will or myself. We'd love to serve. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks.